Yes, Chris, it's an honor again to to talk to you and just to give the South African fans a little bit of feedback on what's happening in your career. And firstly, I just wanted to talk before we even get into the fight. Top Rank, you've had a fight with them already. This will be your second fight with them. How's things going with regards?
Amazing. I mean, Top Rank loves me. I love Top Rank. The professionalism is out of this world. They're on another level. They treat me really well. I'm really comfortable. Yeah, they've got a plan for me, and that's the most important thing. Is they have a plan for me. There's a plan for my career. And finally, I came to America in 2014 as the IBO World Champion with one goal in mind, and that was to walk into Top Rank's office and sign with them because I wanted to be with the best boxing promotion in the world. And it didn't happen for me. It didn't happen for me because my management at that time just didn't know what they were doing. So they overpitched and Top Rank wasn't interested. So I lost that opportunity, but I never lost hope. I never lost faith. I never lost the vision. And in November last year, Top Rank was like, we want you. And I signed with them, and now I'm with Top Rank. Everything I saw for myself, the reason I left South Africa was to be with Top Rank. And now I'm with Top Rank.
Almost like a dream come true. When you left, it was initially very difficult, obviously going to the USA, but you took the risk, and it's sort of paying off now.
You know what? People, there's people that love and support me from back home, and there's people that just can't stand my journey because I don't know why, but people need to realize they need to put themselves in my shoes and realize what I had as an IBO World Champion, defending my title against Matthew Hatton, my last defense in South Africa. What I had, the lifestyle I lived was very comfortable, man. I made almost R1 million off my last fight in South Africa. I had sponsorships, I had cars, I had comfort, I had all of that, and I chose to give that up. I chose to give it all up and chase my dreams and my visions and come to America because I want to be that South African kid that motivates the youngsters, because I realized that the sport, less and less and less people are taking up boxing, and less of my people are taking up boxing. Why? Because they don't have role models. They don't have someone to look up to and say, hey, but he's doing it. He's South African. He's in America. He's doing it. That was, I could not find someone. And I made the choice, a bold move, to follow my dreams and my vision and give it all up and come to a foreign country I've never been to chase my dreams and chase my success. So people need to just keep that in mind next time they judge me and know what I gave up and why I gave it up. Because I want to be a South African that flies the flag, living in America for the youngsters, dreaming of becoming a world champion, dreaming about boxing. And today, 5 years later, my fan base back home is 10 times bigger. Now, all of a sudden, I'm with Top Rank, I'm winning, and people are like, oh, man, if I tell you how many people have reached out to me, asking me for help, professional fighters in South Africa that has begged me, Chris, we want to be where you are, help us. People will be surprised because now I start getting recognized as, hey, he's doing it for us, man. And that's the only reason I do it for the country.
Well, I think one of the guys that kind of went through on that dream was DJ Creel, and he actually became a world champion in the process.
That's the thing, man. And I was ringside for DJ's fight. I showed all my love and support. Me and DJ are close, and I don't know if DJ lives here, but I live here. But DJ, a bold move, so much love for that kid, so much respect. He gave it all up, like he gave up the whole comfort zone, and he came to America and he became world champion. I was there the night to see him become world champion, and it gave me so much joy. And it's a very few of us that's actually willing to just give it all up, man.
Okay, so another thing that's really convenient for you, August 17th is your fight. It's in LA. You're training in LA. How's your fan base growing in LA? And do you think
I've just sold 200, within a week, just because it's not my, I don't go out of my way to do this, but the moment they announced my fight, just within a week, I've sold 250 tickets within 2 or 3 days. I've sold 250 tickets just by word of mouth. I'm gonna have a big crowd in there, and that's Top Rank's plan, because they know I'm loved out here in LA. I'm marketable. I'm friends with a lot of celebrities, and they have an idea that they can build a nice fan base for me here. And come August 17th, the crowd will be loud, and there will be this will be the first time, really the first time in 5 years, that I will be fighting in front of the crowd that will be loud and cheering me on. The last time that happened was my last fight in South Africa, but it's tough out here. People need to realize it's really hard out here in LA. In America, if you're not an American, to fight and put up a performance and be in the zone with 2 or 3 people cheering for you, that's tough. That's hard. But finally, come August 17th, I'm super excited, man. Like I said, I've sold just offhand 250 tickets. It's gonna be a very fun night, man. I'm really excited. And Top Rank's got big plans for me. This is the fight I beat this guy August 17th. World title eliminator next. I will be an eliminator next, and I'm excited. We close, man.
Just speaking about the fight itself, ASLANBEK KOZAEV, I mean, he's fought Paul Kamanga before, fellow. We can call Paul Kamanga almost a South African because he's lived there so long.
Yeah.
Did you have a look at that fight and see sort of?
Yeah. No, I've watched a little bit of that. I've watched him fighting Taras, who he lost to Taras, the Southpaw. But and I've had the pleasure of sparring. My last fight, I had the pleasure of sparring with Paul. I've been actually in contact with Paul, and I know what I can do. And even Paul, working with Paul said, Chris, he said, you're on another level, man. He said, your hand speed. He said, you just one hell of a dude. And if I bring that guy, I don't know if you saw my last fight.
I did. I see you stopped the guy in 6.
Yeah, but if you just see everything about me, it's a whole different fighter. My form, my speed, my combinations, I was just in the zone. And I'm continuing. I'm going to take that to this fight. I'm a mover. I'm not a fighter. I'm a mover. I got good legs. I got good hand speed. I'm a dancer. And you're going to see me just enjoy myself in this fight. You're going to see a guy that moves, that's way too quick, sharp. And I don't underestimate him. I know he's going to come to, he's going to come forward a little bit of aggressive. He's an aggressive fighter, come forward. Not explosive aggressive, but he's an aggressive forward-coming fighter. He doesn't have a great defense. He doesn't have a lot of skill. He's just got a lot of heart. And I'm excited because this is that fight. I look good. Top Rank was very happy with my last performance. I mean, Bob Arum was very, very happy. And I'm loved out here because of the whole story with my dad. The reason I'm now fighting, the reason I fight for the people of South Africa, I fight to be the voice for the people living in fear. I fight to bring attention to what's happening in our country, because I fear for my friends. I fear for you guys. I mean, we all know, there's no hiding it. We all know what's happening. And Top Rank, now that Top Rank is giving me that platform to bring awareness to what's happening, and the reason why I'm fighting, they love me, man. And they're supporting me. They want to see me fight for a world title. That's the good thing. Top Rank wants to see me fight for a world title because they want to support me by giving me the platform to be a voice for the people and bring awareness to what's happening. And then that motivates me. That, I fought for me. Now I fight for my dad, and I fight for the people, my friends, the family, everyone that wants to see peace and love in that country. That's who I'm fighting for now, and that motivates me so much.
You're talking about your motivation. Obviously, you put up a lot of motivational posts, and on Instagram in particular, you put up stories and sort of to share your journey and your experience. Yeah. And how many people actually get back to you and say, like, listen, Chris, you're
my brother. If I can, my phone is like my Instagram and stuff. I have people every single day reaching out to me and say, man, thank you. I needed to hear it. For every 100, 200 people that says thank you, there would be usually 1 or 2 people that say, hey, and stop it. People that there will always be someone that's never unappreciated and doesn't accept it. But just the fact that I can do that and share some wisdom, because I know what it's like. I've been in America for 5 years. No one has helped me in South Africa. No one has helped me to get to where I am right now. Not Bowman. No one in the boxing world has reached out and tried to help me. Not in South Africa. I've done it. I am today where I am because of my faith, because of my hard work, my dedication, my belief, my prayers, and I struggled. And there was a point in time when I was as low as a man can go. I lost everything. I lost my world title without even fighting. I was as low as a man can go, and I needed something. And what did I find? What did I do? I had to make a choice. I said, I'm down and out. I said, I'm struggling. I said, I don't have family here. I don't have friends here. And I'm struggling. What am I going to do? I'm not going to go back home, because that's what everyone does. People will laugh in my face if I go back home. And I could not accept that. And I had to find something. And I remember walking down to a bookstore, because I needed to find motivation. I needed something to inspire me, something to lift my spirits up. And I walked into the bookstore, and there was a book. As I looked to my left, there was a counter, and there was a book. It's called Never Give Up, Never Give In, the true story of Louis Zamperini. And when I saw that book, just the title, Never Give Up, Never Give In, because at that point I wanted to give up and I wanted to give in. And I was like, I got to get this book. And I started reading this book. And it just, you read about this guy, how he went through so much obstacles and trials and tribulations, but he refused to give up. And I read that book and I said, well, here's a guy that, oh man, he went through so much. I said, and he just refused to give up. And now, yeah, am I, and I want to give up. And I said, I don't have any right to give up. And that book changed everything for me. It changed my mindset. It changed who I am as a person. And I started getting involved with motivational speeches. I started listening to these things, do more reading. Just for example, I'm looking at a book. Here's a book. Look at that. The Power of the Mind. And I started investing in stuff like this, and it changed my mindset. And then today I'm so grateful, man. I'm so grateful for who I have become through my struggle. And it's my mindset is my vision. I have a vision of fighting for world title. I have a vision of inspiring people in South Africa. I do have that vision of getting to fight for world title, whether it's Terence Crawford, a rematch with Spence. We're aiming to get a shot at Terence. But for the people of South Africa, you, who's a boxing lover, to wake up at 4 a.m. and watch me do it, that is what inspires me, because I know I can do it. And I'm one or two fights away. And that's what motivates me, to know that there's people that will support me. When I walk into that ring with a South African flag, I know people will appreciate it. People will support me. And that's what's motivating me. Just my vision, man, because I see it.
Another motivating factor is obviously you found a trainer just before the last fight, I believe, that you and I can settle with, someone that you feel comfortable with, teach you things. What's it been like with that?
Brian Valoria. Brian Valoria is a 4 times world champion. Brian is all about footwork. Brian can move, dance. Brian is about dancing. And that's who I am. And all my previous trainers was Freddie. Freddie is all about fighting. Freddie is like, oh, you got to show that you got guts and you can fight. And he took away from me. Julian, amazing trainer. Love the kid. He's more technical, very technical, less movement. I enjoyed him. But then I got Brian, and me and Brian spent some time together. And Brian was like, dude, you gotta move those feet. You gotta dance. You gotta be you. And I was like so happy, because I found someone that doesn't want to change me, but that wants to bring out who I am. I'm a guy that keeps my feet moving. And you saw my last fight. I just felt good. And also, I want to say that my dad's presence was with me. Let me tell you this, man. I had no control over my hands. And I want to believe that, my dad's presence was with me. What I felt in that ring was my dad's presence. And the combination of that was amazing. It's being with Brian, a 4 times world champion. I know not every world champion is a good trainer. But then you get world champions that's great trainers. Brian is one of those guys that knows what I'm going through. He's been a 4 times world champion, and he knows what it takes to win. Brian doesn't try to change me. Brian tries to help me get better at what I'm good at. And it's just a joy, man. I've got so much love out here. It's you know, if you walk into my gym, I invite you. If you're ever back in LA, I'll invite you to my gym. It's like a family. It's like a family. It's everyone loves and supports the fighters. It's amazing.
I see they actually have the South African flag in your gym now, so they put up a...
Yes, man, we got a South African flag up there. My photos are up on the wall. You know, my logo is up on the wall. It's something that will you know, it will go a long way.
Talk to us about, obviously you have the plans for the future, but do you have any direct sort of link? Is it officially an eliminator next, or is it?
Well, Top Rank said Top Rank. Look, Top Rank. I beat the. It's either a step up eliminator or a shot straight at Terrence. That's the exciting thing, is because Terrence is going to fight the Mean Machine next. Okay. The idea was for me to fight the Mean Machine. I beat him, I fight Terrence.
Okay.
But Terrence is running out of opponents. So now Terrence is going to fight Mean Machine. So I don't have to go through that eliminator with Mean Machine. Okay? So Terrence beat Mean Machine. I do my next fight. My manager gets all his stuff together and works his magic. I might fight Terrence early next year. If not, I think is it Besputin? I think Besputin is with Top Rank as well.
Yeah, the Russian guy, yeah.
The Russian, Besputin. That might be my eliminator, Besputin, which is a tough fight, but a very beautiful guy.
Yeah,
very beautiful guy.
If you're going to fight Terrence Crawford, you got to be able to beat the guys like that as well. I mean, it's just.
There we go. There we go. I have to. So, you know, last week we saw 2 fighters passed away. Rest in peace to those 2 fighters, because this sport, and people need to realize, we get judged so oftenly. Fighters get judged so oftenly about a bad performance, but people need to realize what we're doing. We're risking our lives to entertain a crowd that will never, ever, always be pleased. And they need to start respecting us for just getting in that ring. And instead of judging me, appreciate me and respect me for where I have come, you know, from where I started and where I am. To fight a guy, to fight in a world title eliminator in America or whatever, it's not easy, man. It's not easy to do it all over again. I had to start all over again. Especially after my loss to Errol Spence. That threw me back, way back. And then I had to just hang it out while everyone was negative and didn't know what I was doing. Hey, I had a tough road. I'm one of those unlucky guys that's working his butt off in the gym and just always cut down on the wrong side of the end by bad management or for example, I've signed with Evander Holyfield for the WBC tournament. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
There was a whole plan. We had a whole plan. That's not my manager's fault. That's the promotion. We had a whole mapped out plan. I won the WBC tournament. I get a top 5 WBC rating. That means I get a shot at the world title. We had a plan. I win the first one. We go into the second fight. Top Rank runs Real Deal Evander Holyfield's company runs out of money. Again, what have I done wrong? Nothing. It's not my fault, but unfortunately I'm bad luck and cut down on the bad side. But now I'm with Top Rank, no excuses. I'm with a promotion that's real, with a promotion that's got shows on every weekend, the best in the world, the biggest. And now it's me. Now it's, hey Chris, you got to deliver.
Is it a concern to you though? Like obviously Terrence Crawford's with Top Rank as well, and I mean Bob Arum, and the rest of the welterweight champions are all on PBC and Fox, and it's a bit of a conflict of interest now.
If you're watching right now, what's busy happening is Top Rank is busy doing deals with the Zone, Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
They're starting to negotiate deals with PBC. So
they're makeable fights.
That's it. That's the thing now. Now Bob is like, hey, we are willing to work with anyone. We are willing to work with the Zone. We are willing to work with whether it's PBC. They are now moving into that thing where they go, hey, we're not going to kill this sport. We're going to give the fans what they want. And they're starting to make deals with these things. So because I know this, I'm not worried because there's deals to be made.
Absolutely. And, you know, like obviously you're in America now and it's, you know, you're talking about all these big names and like like Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. I mean, you fought Errol Spence before. Do names, and I know it's a bit of a strange one, and you've heard this one before, but like Tulani and Bengi, do names like that even pop up on your radar at any point? Or
you know, the only time Benga's name's popping up at my radar is when Berman wants to make a fight. But this is the thing with Berman. I love Benga. I don't. You see, this is the thing. They are. I don't know. They are. Their minds are being kept busy, like, oh, we want to fight Chris. Oh, we want to beat Chris. I love it, man. Hey, Mbenga was the IBO world champion, and still my name popped up. The world champion still want to fight me. Why? Because I have a name. Because I've done it. They know I've done it, and they want to beat me to get it on the name. They want to fight me because when I left South Africa, I was the number 1 welterweight in South Africa. I beat Bongani Moalasi. Let's not forget, when Bongani Moalasi was rattling everyone, I beat him. I beat Kaiser Mabuza. You know, I beat the boys. And I have nothing but love for Mbenga because he is the welterweight now in South Africa. He is the top welterweight in South Africa. He's carrying the flag. He's running the division in South Africa. So I love him for that, and I respect him for that. Does his name pop up this side? No. Does his name pop up with Berman? Yes. But you know what? That's a fight that can always be made. And there's always interest. I mean, everyone back home wants to see Van Heerden versus Mbenga, right? Yeah, I know it. That's a fight that can always be made, and I will take that fight if Berman comes to the table and offers me real money. You know, don't play with me, Berman, because I'm making. If Berman knows what I'm going to make for the next fight, I know what I'm going to make this fight coming up, and I know what I'm going to make for the eliminator, and Berman is offering me way less. I have no interest. I had the IBO world title, guys. I had it. I defended it twice. I lost it I vacated it because, you know, I gave it up. Okay, it's I've been there, done that. It's a world title, man, and I would love to fight for it again. You know, I'm a fighter. A guy like Mbenga, I love the guy. He's talented. It will be a good fight. I'd call it. They might say it won't be a good fight. I'll bet you this. It will be a hell of a fight. And it's a fight that can always be made. It's a fight that always will have interest within the next few years. It will always have interest.
Yeah, and obviously the welterweight division, and a nice explanation of that with Tulani and Mbenga, because obviously he still needs to come back with a win as well in terms of what happened in his last performance. So to build up to fight you one day, potentially he has to get a few wins in a row as well. Let's talk about the welterweight division. Manny Pacquiao beating Keith Thurman. What was your take on that? I mean, a lot of
man, 40 years old, bro. 40 years old, right? You know, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of things in my mind that's going on because both Pacquiao and both Thurman ruled out the testing for VADA testing. They both ruled out. They said this fight can only go forward if no testing. Why? Okay, we don't have to go into that. 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao performed like he did, but I also saw a Pacquiao that started taking punishment. You know, I spoke to Freddie. A few days ago, and Freddie wants Pacquiao to retire.
Yeah, I mean,
Freddie wants Pacquiao. He said, hey man, the guy's getting hit now. His age is catching up.
What does he hold it for? I mean, does he want to fight Amir Khan? Does he want to fight Errol Spence? Like, what is he?
Man, he should stay away from Spence, man. They want him to fight Danny Garcia.
Oh, he's a smaller guy, yeah.
Yeah, and he's not that aggressive. He's a one punch. He's a very strong guy, but he's not that. He's not over. I know there's talks with Danny Garcia.
Is there still talks of Mayweather in America, or is that?
Yeah, Mayweather Pacquiao too. Just you saw they back and forth with the whole. You need me, I need you. Like, you stop talking about me. Yeah, people are still like, will we see a Pacquiao Mayweather too? I don't know.
Would you say so? I personally wouldn't.
I don't think so. I think Mayweather is done. I think Mayweather's living the life right now. I think he's just enjoying having his name out there every now and then.
Yeah, I suppose for relevance sake. Your prediction for this fight? What are you predicting for your fights?
Well, the kid's never been stopped. I think he's been stopped one. No, he's never been stopped. No. Tough Russian kid, man. Unanimous. You know, I'm known for, unanimous. I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna box his ears off, stay sharp early on, come out eyes wide open, really sharp the first 2-3 rounds, really sharp, and try and find my rhythm, find my jab. And once I find my jab and my rhythm, it's going to be a one-way. I'm going to dance the whole night and just let my hands go. I predict to win. I predict points win. A stoppage will be a bonus, but we all know I'm a boxer. We all know I'm not known for. I do have power, but I'm known for a lot of high volume, well conditioned, high volume puncher, and I'll just outwork you.
And then obviously, thank you again for coming on. I know you're all the way in America, and it's just so nice to hear from you, and for the South African spectators to watch you on YouTube here as what you will be when I upload this.
I just want South Africans to start supporting me. Really, start instead of showing me. I know. There was a gap, about 3-year gap, where I would have one fight a year or no fights a year because things just didn't work in my favor. Not because what's happened. Because I'm doing the work, but things are just not working out for me. And then people would be so negative about it. And I know it's only because people want to see me fight. I know that. But start showing me love, man. How many people is out here in America flying the South African flag? Me and DJ, right? That's it. Start showing me some love and appreciate what I'm doing. I'm trying to inspire the youngsters in South Africa. I'm trying to fly the flag. Appreciate me for that. Show me some love for that. Come on, guys, man. It's not a lot to ask for.
Again, Chris, thank you so much, and all the best with your fights. I know you're going to do us proud in South Africa, and we'll be behind you. Hopefully, we'll pick it up on SuperSport so we can watch it here, or otherwise we'll try to find a stream for it. But yeah, all the best for your fights, and any last message you want to send?
My brother, I want to just say thank you for your time. You've always been in my corner. You've always reached out to me. I appreciate you. Thank you for showing me love and support. And then to all these fans in South Africa, keep me impressed and just support me, man. If it's not too much to ask, show me some love and just support me, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And remember this. I'm fighting to be a voice. I'm trying to be a voice and bring awareness for what's happening in my country. Because I want to see people. I'm fighting for the people that want to see love and peace, and just people that's tired of all this stuff going on in our country. Because we've got such a beautiful country. Keep in mind that I'm fighting for you guys. Because I'm getting a platform. ESPN, I'm getting a platform, and people are, the people are they're hearing me. And can you imagine me fighting for world title? I've had people reaching out to me yesterday and said, "Hey, we might want to do a HBO documentary on your story." That's huge.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just, because I've got so much more family back home. I don't want to wake up to another phone call where I lost someone. It's not fun. So keep supporting me. Thank you for your time, my brother. And speak to me. Well, let's touch base after I win.
We'll do that. We'll do like a post-fight interview. And also, just lastly, where can people follow you on your social media platforms?
Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. If you need motivation, every day I'm posting something. It might change your life. Chris van Heerden 001. That's my Instagram. And my Twitter is TheHeat001.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate it.